Iran has taken its dispute with the United States to the United Nations as protests over the rising cost of living continue across the country. Iran's UN ambassador Amir Saeed Iravani has written to United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and the UN Security Council, urging them to condemn what he called unlawful threats by US President Donald Trump. The letter was sent hours after Trump said the United States was locked and loaded and ready to go if more protesters were killed during Iran's ongoing demonstrations. Iran accused Trump of making reckless and provocative statements, saying they violate the UN Charter and international law. Tehran warned that any attempt to use internal unrest as a justification for external pressure or military action would be a serious breach of its sovereignty. Iravani said Iran reserves the right to defend itself decisively and proportionately, and warned that Washington would bear responsibility for any escalation. Meanwhile, protests continued on Friday in several Iranian cities, including Qom, Mashhad, Yazd, Mavdasht, and parts of Tehran, after shopkeepers went on strike over high prices, inflation, and economic stagnation. Officials say at least 9 people have been killed and dozens arrested so far. Authorities in Qom reported that another person died when a grenade exploded in his hand, which they described as an attempt to provoke unrest. Trump later said the US would come to the rescue if Iran violently suppressed peaceful protesters, a statement strongly rejected in Tehran. Iran's Supreme National Security Council warned that US interference could trigger chaos across the region. President Masoud Pezeshkian has taken a softer tone than past leaders, acknowledging government failures and promising economic reforms, a response observers say contrasts sharply with Iran's handling of previous protest movements. The tensions come against the backdrop of recent US strikes on Iranian nuclear sites and renewed warnings from Washington over Iran's nuclear and ballistic programs.